Lucky I brought 3 pairs of undies because I've already spoofed in one.
Brilliant. We got in about 2 o'clock last night and we travelled about 17 hours and we decided to come straight here. We're going to camp in Kaikoura and bits and pieces, but we ended up getting some food and having enough energy to carry on all the way down. This morning we're just going to have a bit of breakfast and just shoot straight on in there. And it's not too bad of a day really. Are you feeling a bit better? All he's going to do is make sure you do your cuticles. Yes, we got a weather window of about 2 days before it's supposed to show a little bit of rain, which won't really matter too much. We got 10 bits and pieces anyway, we're not afraid of the rain, so we may stay in for a few more days, or we may stay in for 2 days, let the weather turn to shit, come out and then go to another area which we're going to try and get to. Martin got a deer about a year ago and we left the antlers in the bush there, so we'll go and try and pick that up and see if there's any other maybe stags floating around in that area. Tahr chamois of course. So you see how much ground we can cover in the few days that we're down here. We're a little bit lost. Well, we're not lost. It's going to check our coordinates because we don't really know if we're going the right way. It doesn't feel like we're going the right way.
Turns out we knew exactly where we were going. Straight towards that big ass hill.
What's this?
We've got some deer straight away. It's going to get on the bonnet here and have a bit of a look. So we've got a few deer. Hinds at the moment. Eight. Just heading up. We just spooked them up off the river here. No stags in there, nah. What do you reckon, Marty? How far away are they?
Not animals.
They're a little far.
About 800 metres.
They're a bit far away. We'll stay away from there, but it's always good to see animals like that. We did expect to run into a few, to be honest.
This is where I can take even my dad hunting, you know?
Yeah.
We bounced up the river with the intention of stopping every so often to look up into areas that we would consider Tahr to be. And it wouldn't be a decent adventure unless you got stuck several times.
Nice. I'll start digging this front wheel out, eh? What we do is we wrap seal skin around our wheels and then we can drive. Mate, he's got the new Nikon gold wing tip. It's brought out by Leopold Swazzy. They've kind of combined to make a love child. And I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Using a combination of a spotting scope and binoculars, we started to pick up some real nice groups of tahr floating around. We couldn't really complain about the weather or the scenery. I mean, it was just f***ing gorgeous. What can I say? We were in our happy place.
Oh, fuck. Where are we going now? Yeah, mate, I've got a nice bull up there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Nah, I just did it for the camera.
About 30 seconds after I stopped joking around, I did actually spot a ripper bull.
That triangle, see
Yeah.
how it goes up and there's that first triangle?
Yeah.
Right there.
In the triangle?
Yeah, on the sort of the top third of the triangle there, but they'll be all over it.
You can see here the stark contrast between the sunny riverbed where we were and the snowy peaks where they were.
It's more extreme.
It's definitely more extreme. It's the snow's coming in, this is what it's all about. Oh yeah, look, yes.
There's another bull there too, on the top.
One there.
Looking at this big boy through the spotting scope,
right
it was almost identical to a big 14 plus inch one that myself and Marty recently got. It looked very similar.
But it has that same appearance to him, eh?
does.
But he is a big animal, like
He's a big one, look at him, he's a mammoth.
Yeah.
And it doesn't want Nanny sniffing his anus.
Yeah. But what we would have normally done in the past, we would have gone up there
And shot it.
and shot it right on
And then
dark.
worried about the rest of it.
But now we're getting a bit conservative, but that is
No,
very
we don't
nice.
fuck it up, but
Nah.
it's quite gentle.
Yeah.
Just follow that screed all the way to the top
Yeah, and look right across to him, eh?
and then get to those rocks there and just...
Yeah.
Only problem is we'll have to maybe stay there for 2-3 hours, wait for him to walk out.
Yeah.
Battle out this,
Yeah.
that snow shoot and shoot across, that's closer.
Yeah. Nah, but if he's on the other side of it, we're buggered.
That's what
Yeah.
I mean, you go one side, I go the other side.
All the he's got the moves, he's got the looks. Oh yeah, that's a shot.
Because that's nice gentle slope on there, boom. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice and easy out there. Well, not too bad. It's kind of hard to say.
The day was getting on and we needed to start making some moves. So I grabbed my pole and Martin grabbed his, and together we erected the tent. Well, pitched the tent. Well, you know what I mean. Regardless of that, our poles were certainly erect after seeing that nice bull up there. We grabbed a bit of absolute wilderness and sat down for a hot meal and a cup of coffee before making a plan. We decided it would be too late in the day to climb for the high bull we saw earlier on. So we packed up and headed upriver, looking for something a little bit lower.
Screed,
Yeah.
snow,
Yeah.
and that's it.
That grass on top of the snow.
Yeah.
The second bull was further down the mountain, close enough that we could make a bit of a stalk on him, but we had to hurry as the weather was coming in fast.
So we've got one on that side and we've got one on that side of us.
Left under the mattress, all those memories. Who could bear the witness as you slip into oblivion? Use it like a weapon, and I'm left to bleed, waiting for the moment when you've had your fun. A loaded gun. Take away your broken misery. I can't always erase your memory. This love is gonna be the end of it. Everything I gave is wasted. I'm the one who's suffocated. This love is gonna be the end of it.
I'm heading home, but dark, and we lost sight of that good bull anyway. We saw a few tougher there, but we couldn't pick up the bull again. So we'll come back in the morning and have another stab at them. Whew.
When you wake up in the mountains to a bluebird day like this, your options really are endless. For us it meant grabbing your crampons and ice axe and getting up that mountain.
Your pants, bro?
Yeah, trying to put them on.
That's so funny. It's, that's a hard ass.
Now that's what I call rock hard in the morning. Although the scenery is absolutely stunning, the weather's cold enough to freeze the dick off your yeti.
Buddy spotted them. He reckons they're up by those rocks. Oh, there's rocks and snow. It's right beside the rocks and snow.
We wanted to track down the two bulls we'd seen in the previous day. Either the big master bull we saw earlier on in the day, or the still respectable, good-looking bull that we'd found in the snowstorm but managed to lose just on dark. During the night, the Tahr moved off out of their bluff system and moved even higher, just underneath the ridgeline. Now, not knowing where the bulls were located would be a bit more like a needle in a haystack.
That's pretty cool. Are they rosehead nails?
Yeah.
You'd say. Yeah, meat animals, you know, yeah. You've got to get ones with meat on them. Some animals don't have meat, so you can't shoot them. Anyway, this fella's ready to go. He's had his Powerade, his nitroglycerine. Don't forget your glove too, on the ground. Martin has a knack of losing one glove. We're getting up nice and high now. We're going to try and traverse over to that bull. The big gnarly gully between us and him. Try to get around there. Marty's up above me there. And it's as hot as hell. Real hot now. And we're real high. So, not too bad. Not too far from the top. But it's where these bulls seem to be hanging out. Sort of lower in the arvo, but they just kind of, since yesterday, and they've just gained altitude. Seem to be up around that 2,000 metre mark or 1,800 metre. just turned the camera off and the big boy jumped out and we nailed him. Hang on, are you going to nail that one? Or another one?
The one climbing up.
Hang on, hang on.
We're never just on the lookout for big bulls. We do our best to take a few other tahr out along the way.
He's in the rocks now. Just wait.
One of the major
nail it?
benefits being
Okay.
that one of
You're on with
conservation. And I'm not talking about Department of Conservation. I'm talking hunters. An ethical and non-bullshit way we can help. Not only for our alpine environment and native species, but for the tahr herd itself. And of course the cherry on the top is that we get full chili bins and full pukus.
Brother, he's right on the edge of the rock and the snow line now.
This was also a perfect candidate given that it would be a nice easy recovery. With a bang-on shot from Marty,
Oh, yeah.
the Tahr's lights were out, and the Jamaicans had a new bobsleigh team member.
Alright, so unfortunately we didn't get that big fella on camera. Hopefully I got that one of Martin.
We stalked up on the bull real close. He jumped out from behind a rock just in front of us, so we basically had to go hand-to-hand combat with him. So unfortunately wasn't able to get him on film.
Oops.
What do you reckon?
Not that big.
That's alright.
But
Good skin.
it's good skin, man.
Yep.
Real nice skin. I'll have a quick look, eh?
Do I want to measure him now, I think, just before we let him go?
Okay, go.
Yeah.
Go. You take the board.
That tip there's alright, that one's fucked. That one there, 12. He was a nice 12-inch bull. He was an old joker, and his horns had had a real rough time. If his horns weren't so broomed and his tips weren't as damaged as they were, he would have easily gone over 13. He started to go backwards a little bit, but man, his coat was in massive condition, so he would make a perfect flat scalp. At the end of the vid, I'll show you how the skin comes out.
Well, back here, you bastard. Russian bobslayer. See, we want to still be able to stop here. It's coming up on the inside. Oh, that just about went up my fucking quit. Holy hell.
Nearly lost my African intestine.
Just about went up my joppa. We got one, which is nice. And another small one. So we got a bit of meat there, got a nice skin. But yeah, the big fella evaded us, so not too sure where he's got to, but we'll get down the bottom and start looking again. Oh, take it out for a drink and something to eat. Another 500 metres to go.
And shock me if it wasn't another absolutely freezing night on the riverbed. In the morning we'd head back upriver to recover the 2 tahr we shot the day before.
So So we have come up river and located one of the tar. It's in there. And now we need to go all the way up there and get him. And there's a second one that we haven't quite found yet, but he'll be in that vicinity somewhere. I've got Martin over behind me, having a look in behind, and I'm just sort of peering up in here now that I found that tar, or one of them, and I'm hoping the other one's going to be lower. Because it didn't come down very far. They looked at it from the top, but they didn't come down far at all. And we think that bull, the big fella that we saw on the first day, is headed downriver, and he's gone round into the next bluff system. But until we get downstream and look back up in there, we don't really know. We spotted 4 tar that we've been watching since we've been here, up on the other side. And for the first 2 days, they were down reasonably low, but we could have climbed and got them. And then now they've gone way up in the heavens, way up, and they've just tucked themselves in. It's only because we've come upriver a little bit. It's given us a different angle. We've looked into this little crag in the rock, and they're just sitting in there, miles up. But in saying that, we climbed that high yesterday, so if there's something worth chasing, we'll chase it. Yeah.
But for now it was recovery time, and we had to make haste because we could feel a change in the weather coming.
Martin's over the other side of me, climbing. Alright, there it is. It's a nice little warm up for the morning, and I think I might try and slide him down a bit further. Oh, he's a big boy. He is a big boy. Not big horn, but nice mature bull. I'm going to slide him down because I don't want to damage the horns any more than they already are. I take my bush shirt off and use this lovely Carter's t-shirt, your building partner, and I'll wrap it around the head and horns just to protect it while I slide it down. But it is freezing up here, just at a little bit of elevation, so we can't muck around. We need to get them down before we go freezing. So I'll wrap him up in this and we'll head on down. There we have it.
Now that I got this guy looking like your local Carter's rep, only difference being your Carter's rep's probably a little more hairier and a little more smelly. Don't worry, Carters, we'll see you right. Or is it big is good? Something like that.
Freezing up here in my shearing singlet and bush shirt, but we know we're only going down now. And Martin over there somewhere, there he is. He's dealing to his tar over there. And the other tar came down nicely, that one. Not all the way though. Not all the way. What are you going to say, right?
With the 2 tar skins and all the meat, we packed up and headed on back to camp. Just as the wind swung around, letting us know that the weather was on its way. We sat down, had some lunch and relaxed one last time before heading back downstream. We stopped in some of the bluffs on the way to check if that big boy was still hanging around. We couldn't find him, but we found a whole swag of other ones. A couple of not too bad bulls, but they can wait for another day.
Yeah, he's hopping, eh?
Yeah. Oh my god, there's a boat. Keep it on door.
Oh my god.
Further down the valley we ran into a nice congregation of red deer. There's a couple of small stags in the group, but we decided just to leave them alone, take some photographs and leave only footprints. Go on, get out of here you bastards before we change our mind. And as promised, here's the skin all finished up. One of my most prized hunting possessions. The beautiful bull Tahr skin from the trip. Every time I look at him, I can still feel the icy wind of the mountains stinging my skin. And it still possesses that undeniably beautiful smell of a bull Tahr. Anyway, I better go sharpen some bullets for the next hunting adventure. Thanks for watching.
It was like, have you seen any wallabies? Fucking shoot them if you see them. And I was like, oh, settle down, bro. And he was, no, we poisoned them. And he was, but he wasn't a dock worker or nothing. We took the shot right from the edge of this cliff. I'm like just hanging on here for dear life.